This is step 3. It also means, guys, that you people do not see even the things which I teach you here on daily basis. Resolution भी आप लोग नहीं देखा घर में जाके? देखा है क्या किसी ने? पूछ रहा हूँ इसमें आप सबसे. वेरी बैड इट इज गाइस. 6 7 क्लास के बच्चों जैसे आप लोग बिहेव कर रहे हो. अगर आप इसको डेली बेसिस पे नहीं देख रहे हो और आप सोचते हो एक दिन पहले एक दिन में बैठ के आप देख लोगे या 2 3 दिन में बैठ के कर सकोगे, आप बिल्कुल नहीं कर पाओगे गाइस. होगा ही नहीं आपसे. This was guys our step number 4. Discharge of external liabilities either by paying them in money form or when a partner undertakes any liability. Right? Now step 5. Step 5 is about realization or dissolution expenses. Right? So in case firm incurs those expenses, then on the debit side of realization account we write to cash or bank account. If a partner takes a liability to realize any of the assets for a commission, then on the debit side of realization account we write to partner's capital account. Right? And if the firm pays on partner's behalf who has undertaken to realize some assets, then nothing goes to realization account. So if firm pays its own realization expenses, then we write here cash or bank account, and in brackets you also have to present why you are paying this money by writing realization expenses. Or if a partner has undertaken realization of any asset, then we credit partner's capital account, and here we write again realization expenses. So they both are for step number 5, right? In questions, you will find either this or this. Step 5. In step 6, we make payment to a partner's loan, and in case we are paying more than the loan balance, then the excess amount is debited to realization account. So on the debit side of realization account, in that case, we write to cash or bank account. And in brackets, we have to write partner's loan. Am I clear, guys? After doing this, nothing goes in realization account and all the further steps except to determine profit or loss on realization. So in step 7 also, okay, step 7 is only about profit or loss. And after that, This entry does not go to realization, this entry does not go to realization, this also does not go to realization, and this also does not go to realization, and finally, this entry and this entry also does not go to realization at all. It means after doing step 5, step 6, that is this one for partner's loan, we close our realization account. And for that, we see whether total of credit side is more or total of debit side is more. If total of credit side is more than the debit side, हमें इन दोनों साइड्स का टोटल रफ में कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा पहले, या फिर हो सकता है आपको फिगर्स को देख के ही समझ में आ जाएगी क्रेडिट साइड ज्यादा है डेबिट साइड ज्यादा है. अगर क्रेडिट साइड ज्यादा है और डेबिट साइड कम है, इट मींस देयर इज अ प्रॉफिट अपॉन रियलाइजेशन. एंड फॉर दैट we pass the entry realization account debit to all partners capital accounts. So here we write to partners capital accounts, and we distribute the realization profit among the partners, right? And in case debit side is more than the credit side, then we will have realization loss, and for that we debit partners capital accounts and credit realization account. So here we show realization profit, and here we show realization loss. And this is how we close our realization account. So the journal entries that we passed above, guys, and step number from step number 1 to 6, that all I have posted here wherever realization account was involved, right? आप सबने ये कल लिख लिया था? Okay, then note down this, guys. Make realization account. I'm marking them in red, guys. Why? Because I wrote these figures only to make you understand few things, right? Guys, mark the way I have marked it here, guys, for step 1, 2, 3, and so on, right? Guys, and from this chapter, you will be asked either to make journal entries or to make realization account or to make partners capital account or cash or bank account or a combination of any of these. Right? Journal entries I've explained you fully in detail. Realization account also we have seen fully. Right? Now, cash or bank account. Either of the two would be there in the question, right? And after that, I will make partners capital accounts, right? So starting with cash or bank account, very first thing we write is opening balance of cash, which is given to us in the balance sheet. In the question of dissolution, you would be given balance sheet, guys. So in that you will have either cash balance or bank balance. That balance you have to write here. So obviously that would be debit balance. That is why we write this on the debit side, right? That balance would be given to you in questions in the balance sheet and asset side, right? So from balance sheet it will come, and then wherever in journal entries we have used cash or bank account, that will come. So where we have used that is in the third step when we sell our assets. The journal entry that we pass is cash or bank account debit to realization account. Sub step 1 of step 3. Sub step 1 of step 3 is this. And in brackets we write various assets realized. We do not need to make any list of assets here. Am I clear? And then we write the amount that we have realized. That is the amount of that entry. Entry number 3. Then by realization account for sub step 1 of step 4 where we have paid external liabilities. So various liabilities paid. This is what you will write in brackets. And here the amount, right? Then again by realization account for realization expenses paid by the firm. Am I clear, guys, or not? Then uh, if the firm has paid any expenses of realization on behalf of a partner who has undertaken to realize some assets, what do we do then? Partner's capital account debit to cash or bank account. So on the on the credit side of cash or bank, we will write by partner's capital account. Am I clear? Okay. Other than this, there is no other entry in which cash or bank account is involved except the last entry, right? Last entry I will write here later. Okay, partner's loan account, right? Yeah, partner's loan account. That also will come here. So in the beginning we had this much of cash. We also got this much of cash by realizing assets, and then we made these payments. That is payment for external liabilities, then payment for realization expenses, then payment to a partner for realization expenses of the partner which were paid by the firm on his request, and then payment of partner's loan, right? Now partners capital accounts. Let's say there are two partners, A and B. You know how to make partners capital account, guys. That is the format. The very first thing that we write is opening balance of a partner's capital. And this comes from balance sheet, right? A partner may also have guys debit balance and balance sheet in some questions. Though you will see hardly any question of that kind, but yes, you may see some questions in which capital balance of a partner is given in asset side. Where it is given in asset side, right? If it is so, then you will write it here. Let's say for partner A, the balance is credit balance given in balance sheet that is in liability side, and for partner B, the balance of capital is given in asset side. What comes here from the journal entries is the very first thing, that is by realization account here, sorry, here to realization account for the asset taken over by a partner. So you'll write name of the asset here, guys. The, the asset which partner is taking away from the firm, right? Then here, name of the liability which he has undertaken. So जो liability partner लेता है, any liability which is undertaken by a partner, for that his capital is increased, that is his capital is created, and for any asset which a partner has taken over, for that his capital balance is decreased, that is capital account is debited. Correct, guys? If firm has paid relation expenses on behalf of a partner, then its capital is debited, for which cash or bank account is credited, and that is this is the corresponding entry of this. पार्टनर कैपिटल को हमने कम कर दिया बिकॉज हिज पर्सनल रियलाइजेशन एक्सपेंसेस वर पेड बाय द फर्म ऑन हिज रिक्वेस्ट. इसके पहले एक और चीज आएगी यहाँ पे, बाय पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट फॉर रियलाइजेशन कमीशन. Commission which the firm has to pay him, that will come here, for which we will credit partners capital, and here we will write by realization account. Am I clear, guys, or not? Partners loan account, if a partner has taken a loan from the firm, that loan will have debit balance, so that would be transferred to his capital account by creating partners loan account and debiting partners capital account. I hope you're understanding, guys, all. Or should I write numbers again here for steps? Tell me. Like this was our step number 3, 1, right? This was 4, 1. This is 5, 1. This was how much? Sixth one, right? 6 का कौन सा था ये? फिफ्थ का ही था, राइट? फिफ्थ का फोर्थ, एंड देन लोन का था सिक्स्थ. These are guys entries or steps that we already have in our journal, right? The opening balance will come from the balance sheet on either of the side, either debit side or credit side, usually in credit side. Then this one was 3, 3. if I'm not wrong. For the asset taken away by a partner, 3-3 it was, right? Then for liability it was 4-3. Then for realization commission it was 5-2. Then this was 5-4. Right? The same 5-4 we have already written here, this one. Then for partners loan paid by the firm is it is 6-1. Correct or not? Yeah, they should have written it here. 3-3. 3-3. This was 8-1. Seventh one you told that realization. Okay. Realization account here. This is in brackets you have to write realization profits. This is seventh one. The same seventh one can come here also, guys. In case there is realization loss. After eighth, that is loan given by firm to the partner, we have partner's current account balances. Then we have reserves and surplus. Then we have fictitious assets. So ninth is partner's current account, which can be on either of the side. Then by reserves. This is tenth one. And 11th one, we have fictitious assets, that is debit balance of P&L account, right? Advertisement, any deferred revenue expenditure, right? So this is 10th one and this is also 10th one. 11th, sorry. So this is how guys we have posted all the journal entries in our partners capital accounts. I hope you people have understood this, right? If not, then go home, check the entire realization chapter or resolution chapter, what we have done so far. Check the journal entries, and then immediately after that, check partners capital account, cash or bank account, and you will understand the cross posting. कौन सा एंट्री कहाँ जा रही है वो आपको जर्नल लेजर देख के ये लेजर अकाउंट ही आपको पता है. दिस इज अ लेजर अकाउंट. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ लेजर अकाउंट. This is also a ledger account, right? You will understand where the entries are going. So, guys, after doing this, we may have one more, that is by cash or bank account in case a partner has debit balance in his capital account. And that was step number 12, right? This is 12. And finally, after doing this, the net credit balance, that is total of credit side minus total of debit side, where credit is more than debit. The total net credit balance should be equivalent to net debit balance that is coming here in cash or bank account. कैश और बैंक अकाउंट में जितना डेबिट बैलेंस यहाँ जो बैलेंस बचेगा आपका, राइट, वही बैलेंस आपका पार्टनर्स के कैपिटल का क्रेडिट बैलेंस होना चाहिए. ये कल बताया था मैंने आप लोगों को. इफ इट इज नॉट सो इट मींस यू हैव डन सम मिस्टेक समवेयर, राइट? मिशिका, you are with us, right? So for this we write here to cash or bank account means we pay the capitals of partners finally here by writing the amount here, and here we write by A's capital account and by B's capital account. इन दोनों को हम रिस्पेक्टिव जो भी इनका क्रेडिट बैलेंस ऑफ कैपिटल ये हम पे कर देंगे. And this is how after that there won't be any balance in either of the accounts, guys. I hope you have got this, right? Shubh, Mishika, Sarthak, Mahi. I'm asking all guys. लिखिए यहाँ से, स्टार्ट करिए लिखना इसको. Manya, start noting down this from here. Make this guys also partners capital accounts. I hope guys you all understand. This is the steps that I have written here. You can check these steps, cross check these steps from our journal entries. These are step numbers. Guys, in liabilities, I missed it to take one more liability. You may come across that also in questions. Here, among all the external liabilities, there may be one more, that is provident fund. I'm writing this here now. Provident fund or employees provident fund. This is an external liability. Students sometimes get confused by looking at this fund word. By looking at the word fund, they believe that it is a reserve, but it is not reserve, it is an external liability. So please add this also in your journal entries, guys, in step 2. Done, guys, all? Have you noted down this? Everyone? This would be given to you in balance sheet and liability side. This is an external liability, not internal liability. It is not reserve at all. And therefore, this will also come on the credit side of realization account with all other external liabilities. So here we will have one more item by employees provident fund. This one here, right? All done. All. Okay, guys, yesterday I explained you this point also, that for some assets, realized value is not given to us in the questions. The same way for some of the external liabilities, how much the firm is paying, that is also not given in questions, right? कुछ external liabilities के लिए क्वेश्चन में कितना पेमेंट किया फाइनली ये नहीं दिया होता है. जब नहीं दिया है, when it is not given, then you should repay that external liability in this step at its book value only. I hope you have got this, what I said, right? I'm writing this point at the end here. You also note down this. Done all. So guys, here we are ending our today's accounts class. As far as this chapter is concerned, I have explained you everything about it, all the journal entries, all kinds of accounts. From tomorrow, we'll start with our very first full-fledged question of dissolution. Right? Though I told you that you would not be asked all the things in one question in exam for sure. You'd be asked either journal entries or to prepare realization account or partner's capital account or cash or bank account or some combination of these, but not all together in one question. Right? Now, tomorrow you again have to be prepared with the journal entries of this chapter. Also, I may ask you entries individually. Right? And do not mug up the entries in step 1, 2, 3, 4. और कल जब मैं पूछूं तो आप बोले अच्छा सर वो 4 स्टेप वाली पूछ रहे हो क्या आप आई विल गिव यू a circumstance and then you have to tell me the entry. I will give you the detail of transaction and then you have to tell me the entry. I hope you all have got this, guys. Right, Mishika? So Manya here, I'm okay. Manya.